Welcome back to VW Farm. It's spring and we need to get some manure on this garden. Now, I already have the tractor backed up into position, but it was a pretty much big disaster. Let me go show you. Well, we had a storm come through a couple weekends ago, took down some limbs, and my wife and I have a strict no chainsaw alone rule, so I have to wait for her to get out of work so I can clean that up. So after getting hung up on all those sticks and trying to back in here and just having a fun time getting the spreader in here, it's been a little bit of a fiasco, but we're here and we're gonna get some manure spread. That's always a good thing. The goats are in their secondary run. It's a beautiful day outside, so they'll be okay. I gave them some food. And they have some partners down there with some chickens. So we're gonna get all this cleaned up and in the manure spreader. Then we gotta spread around the garden and a couple of our bushes and apple trees and stuff like that. Should be a fun time. This is a spreader I traded for, and then I redid the paint job. It's all ground driven. This here works the beaters off of that drive gear down here, the sprocket, and these beaters just break up the pile and chew everything up. And then the apron chain, which moves the pile back, and yeah, I gotta get that fixed. That's supposed to prevent manure from sliding out the front, but it tore on me last year. But to get the beater chain moving, we have this guy here and this diamond wheel, and when this is engaged, this will actually ride on that diamond and it'll move this sprocket, which then in turn moves our apron chain back. Pretty simple design. I think it's a McCormick Model 100. It's a fairly old machine. The guy rebuilt the whole thing, new side panels, new everything. I just put a coat of paint on it, and I mean, it's got a plywood floor, but that's just minor details. So let's get it loaded up. Hay and manure and mud likes to congregate in this corner, so we're gonna clean this out. And nothing better to do but manual labor. That's a lot better. And I'm really amazed how much I got out of there. I don't know, it probably took me 80,000 scoops, but that's just what we gotta do. Next, I wanna get this cleared up. This is basically from their entrance. They just drag all this out. It's also from us bringing in hay, little bits drop as we go. So we're gonna get that cleaned out and then hopefully get spreading. Now I would say that's a completed load. I got most of this entrance pitched out. So let's go get in the garden and start spreading. I laid it on pretty thick, which I'm going to do multiple passes anyway, but my goodness, look at that soil. That is going to be some nice stuff. We're going to have tomato plants the size of me this year. Now the reason why I went through back here is we have blueberry bushes and some trees that I wanted to get fertilized, and yeah, I fertilized the lawn a little bit. Got to get rid of it, so. But you can really see here, I laid it on pretty thick in here. Here's a blueberry bush. It's about 3 or 4 years old. Peach trees are starting to bud. Spring is in the air. Here's another peach tree. I mean, this thing is huge compared to when we put it in. This guy here looks like right where my finger is to where it ends is all new growth. That's a good foot. So this fertilizer is going to help them out a lot. What I'm going to do on our next pass is go, not this tree, that's going to come out eventually, but there's a pear tree there. I'm going to go right on this side, on the other side of the blueberry bushes, and try to sneak out and back into the garden. So let's go get another load of manure. And this is this little spreader does the trick. I mean, look at that. Just ignore that. That really, yeah. Well, we're finally moving into the goat shed. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Isn't that how that goes? Hey, hey, hey. Nice thing about the goat shed, there's another chicken. I have rubber mats down below this hay bed. There's benefits to doing that, and there's benefits to not doing it. Benefits for me, I know how deep to go, number one. Number two, it is a very nice cleanable surface. Benefits to not doing that is you have worms and natural organisms come up underneath the manure pile and break it down from the bottom. It's not a big deal, but we like having a cleanable surface when we're done pitching it out. The other drawback is when it rains, because of how we built this, it does get a little wet, but after that bedding pack builds up a little bit more, it absorbs the moisture and it actually does drain it out. So, I mean, there's benefits to both. I'm going to let you decide how you want to do yours. This is how we do ours. Another full load. The behind the scenes footage of VW Farm, setting up the shots.
What a load of
glad that's done. Well, at least we have a lot of fertilizer in the garden. We didn't have any past couple of years, and it really showed. So, got all the goat stuff spread. Got it out of their shed, which is nice. And then we should be planting by Memorial Day. So, thank you for watching. Really love busting out the antique equipment to work on the little hobby farm. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.